Hi everyone, welcome back to Window Chats with Robyn, the Instagram Live podcast where I sit by my window and chat with interesting people. And I'm hoping that Al will be able to join. We were messaging. I have faith that it'll work. For those of you that are new to, oh my God, he's here. Okay, I don't even have to make small talk. I'm gonna invite him in. I'm excited. Here he comes. Da, da. But yes, Al and I worked together, oh my gosh, I want to say 5-6 years ago. He can correct me if I'm wrong. We did an amazing short film together. So kind of a big deal. I think it won an award because it was great. Yay,
Did we do it?
We did.
It.
I'm like, where is he? Hello?
Amazing. Good to see you, Robyn. How have you been?
Good to see you too. Good. Are you in front of your professional backdrop right now?
Ooh, am I ever? Can you see that? Wow.
I can't. I see the lighting. You went all out for me. Thank you, sir.
Of course, Robyn. Are you kidding? Anything for you. Also, this is actually my bed sheet, so the glamour.
Bed sheet.
Thank you.
The glamour is real.
Yeah.
In this frame.
Exactly.
That's so smart. I don't have a bed sheet looking like that, but that saves so much money.
Oh gosh, yeah. You know, I'm all about being frugal in this life. I think that's a very important kind of lifestyle. Minimalism, right?
There you go. I have to commend you. You still look very much like the headshot you sent me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
Thanks.
have facial hair, but still,
Yeah.
I see your face. Yeah, he totally looks the exact same.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Same to you. You're still very, very, very young. How do you do it?
Well, so many secrets of I have no idea. I struggle to, I think I never accept the fact that I'm an adult. And I think that headspace really helps going forward, right? You're kind of like, no, I'm a kid.
Completely.
I eat cereal for breakfast.
Completely.
And dinner.
What is that? Yes. And that activates the collagen, right? That really gets all the
Absolutely.
collagen to like get rid of all the wrinkles. So
Yeah.
there you go, folks.
It's the cinnamon toast crunch, that extra sugar. It's like, oh, she is not an adult. No adult would have that much sugar. So.
Oh my gosh, yes, 100%. But you listen, sugar's the way to go. Oh my gosh, I just see a comment. Lucky. Oh my gosh, Lucky. How are you? Holy smokes.
There is a delay in the comments, so she will respond, maybe.
Cool. Great.
But yes, that's so, look at Al. Everyone was very excited. I love when I posted your promo, and then I got shout outs from so many different parts of the communities that I'm a part of. Oh, Al's the best. Al's so sweet. I sent you the swear word one from Herbie.
Oh my gosh. Yes. A big shout out to Aaron Sachs. Oh my gosh. I freaking loved it. Yes. And you know what it is, Aaron. You know what it is.
That he was trying to, he said, just message him that. And I said, okay, this is weird, but yes. Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Fancy mug.
Little
That's
coffee.
okay. No, that's okay.
Again,
Cheers.
Another frugal pick from a little thrift shop. You gotta love them.
That's fancy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I like to pretend. It's what I do for a living and stuff.
Might as well pretend in everyday life. I like it.
Exactly. But yeah.
So you agreed to do this. Are you nervous? Is this your first Instagram Live?
This is not my first Instagram Live. I've done a couple before, but definitely I get a little bit of the butterflies in my tummy every time I go on and like talk to people. And it's always fun, but it's always, want to make sure I'm on my best behavior, but also being myself too, right? So
I'm going to throw out the hard questions. So the struggle will be real.
I can't wait, Robyn. I should have known. I should have seen the waiver.
You should have seen it. Okay, every time I do a chat with someone, I try and remember how we met. And this is my favorite moment with you. You made me feel so incredible because we did a short film together. And the previous night before we shot said film, I was at Statler's doing an open mic night. And I don't even know what I sang, whatever. And then I show up on the set the next day, whatever, someone's house, but fancy set. But you said, oh my gosh, I know you from Statler's. And you made me feel like such a celebrity that I'm like, I don't know, whatever happens with the shoot, I will be friends with this person. Because for that 1 second, I felt so cool. So thank you.
Thank you. But you are so cool. And like, yeah, I mean, I think, I try to bring that to everybody that I meet just because I learned something from everybody, right? And everyone teaches me a lesson, no matter what it is, how big, how small. I say hello and I get something back from that person. And yeah, the energy that you gave off at Statler's and the energy that you gave in that short film, I was like, who is this person? I want to know that person. And so I felt the exact same way, right? It's a mutual kind of thing. And, you know, you get what you give out of this life. And I always want to try and give as much love as possible. God, I just think it's important in this world. Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was so nice.
Well, yeah, thanks. You are beautiful. We all are.
Look at this.
Let's
We're
just
all beautiful humans out there. There's so much love we're throwing out in the Instagram vibe universe.
yeah.
I don't know what to call this thing, but
Yeah, whatever this is. I don't have a name. You know how there's like people have like their little monsters or whatever. I don't know, followers and
oh,
disciples. But
disciples. Oh my God, I love that one. I've never heard that one.
has it ever gotten that to that point? Have
I
we
mean,
got cults? I'm sure we have cults on Instagram
probably.
live for sure.
Yeah. Oh, we're both beautiful. Well, thank you.
Oh,
That's from.
Oscar.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. You know I never know
I
with some of
do.
these usernames. I'm like, who are they? Okay.
That's
Hi.
beautiful.
Thanks, Oscar. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Uh, I
So,
miss that
Al,
man.
can we discuss this short film? Because
Yes.
I legitimately bring this up all the time. When I had gotten my gun license for real, I learned that I should never have aimed that gun at you or fired it. That was so wrong. And I'm glad you're alive. But
Well, me too. Me too. Yeah, I
we
mean,
just went with it.
we were pretty young back then. We were figuring it out still, and we were, you know, pretty green when it came to the film world. So it was definitely a moment of lapse in judgment, but also like, you know, how many people teach you that stuff too, right? Like, it's not really talked about too much because, especially in Canada, we don't really handle guns all that much, thankfully. But oh my gosh, you got your gun license? That's
Oh, I did.
amazing.
It was cool. It was educational because I don't know. I'm like, what can I put on my resume that sets me apart? So I went into it with just let's get it, let's add it to the resume. But when I've shot a gun, you know, a couple gun ranges just because you're cool, but learning about the gun, holding that in your hand, you go, whoa, this has a lot of power. And also there's so many different kinds of guns, and this is a little scary.
Oh
When
yeah.
you think of cops that have a loaded gun next to, whoa, what if the safety's not on? And it just made me so aware of the power of a firearm. It was very, very enlightening.
Yeah, I want to get my gun license as well. I think it's very smart to like have things on your resume that set you apart. I think that was a very good idea. Um,
Honestly, it's a government ID as well. And I used my headshot for it. So that's the best government ID that I ever had. I'm like, oh, glamour photo for my
nice.
gun.
Does it have your birth date on it? Can you use it as
Yeah,
like an ID
totally use
card?
it.
Oh, great,
Yeah,
great.
it's worth
That's
it
good.
just for that. Just
Amazing. Well, now I know what I'm going to be doing when I go for my gun license then. That's hilarious.
the
Um,
vanity is real.
I remember I went shooting one time with a buddy of mine. His family was really big into guns, and he took me out, and he brought like his whole family brought all their guns out with them. So there was like an AK that they had a sniper rifle, a shotgun, they had handguns. But I remember like holding a Glock in my hand for the first time and having that same feeling, right? Like, oh my gosh, so much power. And in this room, there's all of this power, and what could be done here? It's crazy. Um, but it was really fun because I didn't really prepare to go shooting all that well. It was a nice hot summer day, and I decided to wear flip-flops to the gun range. So as I was shooting, you know, I did a
Oh,
really nice grouping, but hot shells were falling all over my feet. It was a very, very rookie mistake.
they are hot. It's that, you know what? It's the shells, but also the sound. I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. And also the smell, that residue,
Yeah,
oh, I'm like, whew, I understand the gun residue left on people's fingers after they shoot. Whew.
totally, totally. It's wild. It is wild. And yeah, my friend's mom, she was really into uh, 24, the 24 with
With
Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer, of course, is a
Yeah,
classic.
Yeah, and she was like, "You're just like Jack Bauer in flip-flops," because my grouping was
Yes.
pretty good in the target. So I was like, "Well, thank you very much." It's
I'd be
hilarious.
like, I am Jack Bauer, and now that you know, I have to kill you. Bam. Okay.
Well, yeah,
That's the
exactly.
gun noise. That's bam. It's Batman and Robin days. Why does
Totally.
anyone need an AK? That's a good question.
Great question. The answer is I don't think anybody does. That's like military use stuff, right? It's crazy. The types of weapons that you can get. I do appreciate the restrictions that we have in Canada, though, that you can't get like a full clip. We only had like
Yeah.
5 bullets in that gun. However, I mean, we're dealing with like big rounds and big calibers, and it's yeah. I don't understand. I don't understand why we need guns at all, why we can't all just like talk things out and figure things out. Like what is happening in our world, that our education system and all of the stuff that kind of stacks on top of each other to get where we need to be as a society to just talk together doesn't happen, you know? I feel like there's a lot of, it's just a lot of inequality that's going on, right?
I mean, according to Carol, the guns are helpful to shoot zombies, so
I
that's
mean,
good to
yes.
know, right? That's
Once
very,
once that zombie uprising happens, yes, you're gonna want to keep your distance as much as possible. Get out your whatever
yeah, there you
slingshots.
go.
That's gonna be me. I'm gonna have my slingshot. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
I learned from Bart Simpson. That's how I roll.
Yeah,
But I think
cowabunga.
so. I think you said this gentleman's name was Oscar, and he wanted to
Yes.
know who do you shoot in a short film. So I'll do an overview. I might not do it justice. Al played two versions of himself. He
Yep.
was my husband, but also a clone. And oh my God, I shot you as the husband. That's what happened, right? If I'm
No,
not
no, no.
mistaken.
Yeah,
Oh, who did I kill?
I think you shot me as the clone. Because
Oh.
the me as the husband walked in and was like, "What the heck's going on?"
Oh, I
Because
shot the clone. Yes, yes,
you were
I
in
shot
bed
the.
with
I
another
forgot
man,
who
but
was in
the
bed with me. The clone was in bed with me.
yeah,
This is,
yeah.
as we're saying this, it sounds ridiculous.
That
Why
was
did
so
we
funny.
sign up for?
It was so funny. I loved that script. I thought it was hilarious. And the fact that like yeah, we're just like hanging out in bed and then like it was like this 1 minute short. Oh my gosh, Oscar, that is a great question. I mean, we don't
Oh, are
I'll
you
never
the
tell.
clone? Are you? Oh, this is part two of Stranger in My Bed. It's Stranger in
I'll
My
never
Podcast.
tell. I'll never tell. Um The short was called Stranger in My Bed. Yeah, it was a 1 minute thing. It was great. It was like hilarious. We went to this house, we did the thing, non-union. It was just like bam, there it is. Yeah, exactly. Bah ha 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 ha.
I This is one of my favorite moments was we shot pretty much all of it. And then the people running it behind the scenes decided we needed a lunch break and they disappeared for an hour. And we had to reshoot the whole thing because the lighting was so off from that hour.
Yes.
I
Yes,
didn't, I'm
that's
like,
right.
I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
understand because we had one shot left. I'm like, no, we need a break. I'm like, I'm good to keep going. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
It was
But
really cute. I mean, we were all figuring it out then.
I
You know, we
know.
were all figuring it out. Yeah, that
Oh
was a
my
wild time.
God. That was so funny.
Yeah,
Oh, they were lovely. They did a
100%.
yeah, yeah. It's always so fun meeting new people. That's
Well, and that's the thing. We learned some good lessons from that shoot, right? And we'll carry them with us.
I've
And
never shot a BB gun at anyone going forward. You were my
I
only first and only BB gun person that I
I
shot
mean,
at.
we were super safe about it, though. I mean, we did
We
check
were.
the clip and we did check all the chamber and everything. So, I mean, we made sure that there wasn't anything gonna pop into my brain. Um, but yeah,
That is true. We did. I think there should have been some kind of, I don't know, something blocking the
yeah.
nozzle. There
Oh
we go.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
English.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, and then, yeah, I mean, all of those sets that deal with guns and things like that, there's so many regulations around it and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even just simple stuff. You gotta get all the kinds. And especially now, like all this crazy stuff that we got to deal with on sets and in any job nowadays is really trying on the mind and really getting
Have you
people.
shot anything during COVID? Have you been on set?
I did a very short thing. I shot something over Zoom actually for a commercial. I did a Zoom commercial, not a Zoom commercial, but a commercial over Zoom, which was really interesting to kind of do. And I did a little shoot, but you know, all masked up throughout the whole thing. Got the COVID test, got all that stuff going, and got in there, got the day done, and got out. I mean, yeah, I don't know, staying as safe as possible, right? Washing my hands, keeping my distance, making sure I'm wearing my mask and all that stuff. And
Thanks
as
for
soon as
promoting that you're washing your hands because I was worried. So
Oh, of course, of course. Everybody, I think it's very important. Wash your hands, okay? Wash your hands.
everybody
Um,
should.
yeah,
Absolutely.
so important. But yeah, I'm definitely like wearing the mask everywhere I go and just trying not to speak moistly as much as I can.
I don't know, but I feel like I get so stiff in my jaw with all this mask wearing, and I don't, maybe without the mask, I'm just such a full mouth talker. I don't even know. It's so weird because I take it off. I'm like, oh, I'm so stiff in here. This is just what I've noticed. I'm being very body aware lately.
That is good. I have to say, that is one positive thing out of this whole pandemic escapade is that people are learning a lot about self and people are learning a lot about like the world and society and stuff. So yeah, I mean, having the time, right? And I think that's like a universal basic income will do that to you too, right? Like you'll have the ability to get people to just kind of do their own thing and figure themselves out, and then they can be better pillars of society that we can keep on working with. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go on a lot of rants.
You sound really, I'm just taking it in. Pillars of society. This guy is cool and deep.
Get out of here, Robyn. Get out of here. You're making me blush.
This is how I roll. You can't tell because you got the professional lighting. It's all good.
This is actually just my window.
I
Into
love
my
when people are by their window.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
nice.
nice. Oh, you look at a tree. I look at other people creepily, so I don't show that view often, but I'm
That
like, look
that
who's still at home.
that's super fun too, though. I have to say, there's people watching is great. I miss people watching.
I've learned to accept that that is my new television sometimes. Like, who, what is happening with Desk Girl? Let's find out.
Yes.
So I like to name them now. Well, okay, I stole that from my husband names them, and then I just go with it. He's very creative.
That's great. I love that. Desk Girl. What does Desk Girl get up to?
She's always at her desk. I'm
Wow.
actually concerned. We go to bed, she's at her desk. We wake up, she's there. I don't know what her job is. I'm genuinely concerned for her mental health. She's just always there.
She could be a gamer. She could be like a very successful gamer on Twitch.
I see like a basic laptop in front of her though. I
Oh,
don't see, yeah.
that would be hard. That would be hard.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe a very unique gamer. I don't know. I just think she's some kind of office worker, always
Yeah.
working.
Oh, good for her. Good for her. Got to keep up that hustle, right?
I hope she gets a promote. I'm very invested in whatever career she does. I'm like, promote her. She is working hard, people. I don't know
Yes.
you.
Yes,
But one of my
100%.
goals is that if I end up having someone in that screen, they'll be like, I saw myself on your podcast or whatever I randomly shoot.
Yes.
And I would just get so excited connecting with people that way.
Totally, totally. Well, that is the great thing about this whole apparatus right here is the ability to do things like this and to like bring a little bit of joy and a little bit of like whatever we need in this time, right? And thank you for providing it, Robyn. Like these are great. These are great. Seriously, yeah, yeah. We get to like hear from some really impressive people, and I mean, I feel very lucky to be included in this. So
You're
thank
very
you.
impressive.
No, stop. I didn't mean to toot my own horn.
Oh my God. Okay, Al, you're pretty impressive. You've done some stuff. kind of a big deal. As he walks out of frame. Actually, I also have I have a memory for weird things, but I really vividly remember you were doing Robin Hood around the time I met you, or you had
Yes.
spoken about, and I thought that was interesting.
Torrent Productions. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, so good. Pantomimes. That's been
Pantomime,
like
thank you. That's the word.
my bread and butter. My bread and butter. Pantomimes have been like where I started. Um, yeah, I was very fortunate. I graduated Sheridan College, and then I went off to Scotland and got my master's degree in musical theater, and spent some time out in the UK because straight out of school I got a job doing a play at York Theatre Royal in York, England. And through that, the writer, director, producer, and star of the pantomime in York saw that show, and he wanted me to audition for the panto there. So I did, and I was in the ensemble for that year and had an absolute blast. I mean, pantomime is such a fun thing, and you've got audience participation in there too, and like cheering and booing and all these different like lines that you get to throw out, and that connection that you get with that audience, and just the fun that you can have, because there's like ad-lib sections where like the dame will go off on a tangent and stuff, and you just get to kind of sit back and laugh along with it, while also like making sure that the show's integrity keeps on moving, right? Like there's certain characters that get to do that sort of ad-lib thing, whereas other characters just kind of keep the story moving. But I had such a good time. The next year for the pantomime, I actually got to be the title role. I got to play Aladdin, which was hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious and so much fun. Like in the UK, a lot of theaters, they will have these huge productions for the pantomime because that's where they get all of their money to then do other productions further down the line. So yeah, they go all out, and I had such an amazing time. Barrett Kaler was the Dane there, Martin Barris, also so many people, AJ Powell, Danielle. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I really owe a lot of my successes to, and a lot of people that I really owe a lot of mentorship to. Like they have shown me so many things that I never would have ever experienced, and I feel super fortunate. But yeah, Robin Hood with Torrent Productions, that was Rob Tor and Stephanie Graham were running it. We had so many good people on. Luke Trottier, we had Ryan Brown doing stuff. We had, oh my gosh, so many good people. Glenn Campbell, yeah. And it was just a blast. Yeah, just working with kids, I think, I mean, we're boosting people up, right? And when we do that with the younger generations and we show them a little bit of that magic and a little bit of that joy, then maybe they'll want to kind of participate in that a little bit more, and maybe they'll find their own voice by me having a ridiculous voice, right? It's like, as soon as somebody kind of has a hilarious and ridiculous laugh in the audience, it gives everybody else permission to laugh and be hilarious and ridiculous. Yeah, and I think that is what a lot of that art form kind of gives off, is we can be ridiculous. We can do these things. We don't have to adhere to what other people think of us or what society tells us is popular right now. Mm-hmm. If you stay true to what you find funny and what you think is good or what you think is right in reason, obviously, there's obviously like things that are very, very bad.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, but absolutely, like just stay true to who you are. Yeah.
You're fascinating.
I went off on a big rant there.
No, and I mean, there's so many times where I'm like, oh my God, Aladdin, did they show you a whole new world? I'm like, no, Robyn, he is going somewhere, right? I'm like, let's do a corny joke that. Here. But
throw it in.
I love what you're saying, and I love that, even that laugh in the audience, that one. I always wonder, am I the person with that laugh? Because I don't know if you're self-conscious about your own laugh. I'm like, is my laugh the weird one? Because sometimes it's a little musical, am I that person that like, oh, what is that laugh? What is she doing?
I I am absolutely that weird laugh in the audience. Yeah, 100%. I don't know if Duncan Stan is still here, but he can attest to this. We went in high school. We were on a band trip. I was a band geek. I played the French horn. It was awesome. I miss that instrument so much.
French
Anyways,
horn. That's a
yeah.
story.
Oh
Why?
yeah. Well, I kind of bounced around a little bit on instruments, especially in like, the classical kind of genre. I was a bass man. I played bass for a long time, but I was like, let's learn a brass instrument. My brother learned trumpet, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do trumpet. So I tried trombone. I was like, trombone's really popular too. Let's not do that. So I tried euphonium, the baritone that's kind of like a trombone.
I
And I was
don't,
like,
but that's fascinating.
yeah, it's like a little tuba. And I was like, I don't really want to do that one. And then I found the French horn, and I was like, ooh, French horn, that's very pretty, and it's very melancholy, and yeah, I just really like the sound that was coming out of it. But anyways, we went to New York, and we were able to see a couple Broadway shows, which was really fun. And we obviously we were a bunch of like high school kids, so we were way up in the nosebleeds, looking down, and all these tiny little people running around. But it was so great. I mean, they pumped the sound in those theaters, right? So didn't miss a beat.
Did you just, oh,
Went
I
and
was going to
saw,
say, okay.
yeah, it was low power mode. I went and saw,
Al,
what is
you
it
got,
called?
I was just going to say, you got to charge your phone because otherwise I'm going to miss your conversation.
Well, definitely. I will plug it in as soon as I finish this little story here.
Okay, because I don't want to miss it.
You're right. You're right.
I'm just
Dirty
like,
Rotten
you know what?
Scoundrels. Let
Oh,
me
you
grab
saw
my.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Oh, that
I
was such a good
did.
one. I
I
very
did.
much enjoyed that.
It was a
I,
blast. And
I,
go ahead.
hmm. No, I'm just wondering. I think I knew the person that produced it, and it was so weird because I don't know if you saw the movie with Steve Martin, but the idea of making that into a musical was so odd to me. And then I saw the musical, I go, of course it's a musical. What else would it be? So I love
Totally.
that.
Totally agree. When I first saw, yeah, when I saw it, I was like hooked. I needed to see it more. But anyways, when I was watching it, it was like the very last sort of ending scene where, the two characters are sitting on the beach just talking about what happened and how it all went down. And it was Norbert Leo Butz and John Lithgow. And I was sitting there, and apparently they said something, and apparently I was the only one who found it hilarious. And exactly, I did my laugh. I did, and my laugh kind of has like an Elmo kind of lilt to it. It's kind of like kind of thing. And I definitely made Norbert Leo Butz break. Like he totally broke. He like went when he heard my laugh, and my entire class turned around and looked at me. And I was like, nice.
Oh my
Feel
God.
like I'm on stage right now.
You're part of it. You made that
Totally.
into a pantomime. That's what happened.
Totally. That's all I was trying to do. Okay, hang on. I'm going to get this charging going.
Do it.
But yeah.
I oh my
Uh,
God. That was a great musical. Yes, John Lithgow. I
I,
totally forgot he was in that.
yeah, he was. He was for a little bit. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed. I mean, I miss New York. New York was it's a really sweet city, and getting down there and seeing some of those shows. Oh my gosh, they put on such amazing shows. The last one I saw was actually Tootsie, um, which was amazing. My friend Andrea Grody was the musical director and the conductor for the whole thing. So it was really sweet to get to like see her do things, and that's what I love about the community too, is that it's just like, let's just friends supporting friends and going and seeing shows and enjoying what everybody has to offer, because everybody has so much to offer in this life. Like the artistry that comes out of people when they have the time to do it and when they have the means to do it is absolutely amazing. And I love getting to see that stuff. Like just even in rehearsal, sitting down and watching somebody do their scene, you learn so much from that. And you also just get to experience the craft right before your eyes, kind of unfolding. and the time that it takes to kind of get from one step to the next and from one beat to the next. It's so much fun. I miss it. I miss those rehearsal rooms.
You are very artsy right now. But everything you're saying is so true, because there is something magical. You know, you rehearse your own bit, but you go in, and when you're working with someone and they bring so much to the table, it is so magical, to a point where I go, sometimes I get that imposter syndrome of, why am I in this?
Yeah.
It's so weird. Wait, am I good enough to play alongside this person? Are you aware there's a lot of talent here? And it's such an interesting, I'm like, okay, no, let's get a little self-confidence. You audition, they picked you, do your role. But everyone is so, when you're working with a group that's so talented, it's so inspiring, and they want to be there, and you're putting together something that is so magical.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful. And I mean, that imposter syndrome, I think that's kind of good to feel that. Not good, but it shows that you truly care, right? Like you're really thinking, and you're really invested in this moment and in this work that you're doing, that you feel like, I don't know if I'm good enough to be here. But then having that thought of like, of course I'm good enough to be here. They hired me. I'm here. Of course I'm good enough to be here. I mean, I've been teaching music lessons, piano, guitar, and singing stuff, and it's just a lot of my students. I'm finding, like, you know, it's a little bit of confidence that just needs to kind of keep on being boosted and keep on being grown. It just needs some more fertilizer on there, right? And they finally like think, yeah, okay, of course I can do this. I just have to like remember all these little details. I mean, mind you, a lot of the time it's like patting your head and rubbing your tummy. But once you get that muscle memory down, you're like rolling, you're doing it, right? And
that muscle memory is real. It's so odd when you practice something enough and you know your stuff, and those nerves, you have those nerves, but your body takes over, and you do your thing. You go, how am I doing this? I don't understand how I'm doing this. I'm so nervous. What's going on? It's so weird, but it's so awesome at the same time.
it really is. It really is. It is the wildest time to just kind of like have your body almost take over. And those moments, I mean, where you have like almost an out of body experience when you're on stage or you're doing something, and your body's just doing it because you've done it so many times, or you're really in that moment, and it just kind of flies right out of you. And that, I really, really love those moments. Yeah.
I think it's interesting, especially with instruments. I remember back in the day at piano recitals, and you'd rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, and you go up and you perform. And again, there's way more people watching you than when you practice at home or in a studio. But I just remember looking, and my hands are taking over. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? It's so weird. It's so cool.
Yeah, completely. And it is training, right? I mean, it comes down to time in. Well, any time that you put in towards something, you're just going to get better at it. That's how our brains work. It's these computations, and they send those little signals to our fingers to find those things. So the more time you invest in something, the more you're going to get out of it, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to have fun.
Sorry, I wasn't doing that for you. It just like got so sunny. I'm like, oh God, why am I by my window? I got to be true to the podcast, but dear God.
You're shining. You're bringing the sunshine.
I'm bringing the sun. Oh my gosh. I'm like, out of my face. That's okay. That's okay. Just, I don't know. The weather's been so weird lately. So I'm like, it's gloomy. I'll keep the window open. Surprise!
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I have to say, it has been very strange weather. I mean, it's been, I feel like almost like a resetting kind of thing. Like,
it's like,
been
okay,
weird.
Maybe winter's over. We're going to rain for a week, and then you can have your spring, summer. There you go.
Totally. Yeah, your sprummer.
When I spoke to Mother Nature, this is what we decided, so.
Well, thank you. Thank you for doing that. I do appreciate it.
I do what I can.
You're the best. It's been wild. It's been wild. I have enjoyed like taking little walks down by the lakeshore. And I don't know if you have seen the lake recently, but it is looking pretty clear. Like, you can see down to the bottom.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Well, even I can't get over Venice in Italy, and it's no cruise ships. Look at how it's flourishing. And I mean,
dolphins.
it's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And I hope some of what the pandemic is bringing, like a lack of cruise ships, can kind of carry forward. But I mean, I understand there's a tourist industry, but look at what's happening. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're definitely seeing the impact that humanity has on the planet, right? Just from this downtime that we're having. It's super important. Stuart D. Yes, I apologize. I apologize. I just saw a comment.
no, I was gonna
Stuart.
say that was so nice. And then we got little dolphin emojis. I didn't even know they had dolphin emojis from
Yeah. Oh
Oscar
yeah.
Glam. That
Oh
is
yeah.
fun. They have an
Stuart
emoji.
D. He was also in the Robin Hood pantomime.
Yes.
Amazing dame. Amazing dame. But anyways,
Oh yes, we
yeah,
spoke about you. Good job. Okay.
yeah, we did.
Were you Robin Hood? You were, right?
I
Or
was
no?
Robin Hood. Yeah, I was.
So
And
wait, so you were
Cynthia.
Aladdin and Robin Hood, and so do those characters have fun, or are they just there to kind of be that neutral character and the characters around them
Yeah, yeah,
go?
you're absolutely right. So like it's very much it's kind of like commedia dell'arte, right? So you have like the lovers and you have like Pantalone and all that stuff. But yeah, Aladdin and the princess are just kind of meant to like get the story ticking along. But there's still elements there where you can like have fun with it,
I know.
right?
I
Like
realized, did you have fun? Of course you had fun. It's a pantomime.
tons, tons and tons and tons. But yeah, it is one of those things where yeah, you have to like kind of keep the story going, but there will be things written in for you, especially because we kind of deal with like, you know, pop culture references throughout it and stuff like that. So it does have its moments where you get to actually have fun, but for the most part you're just kind of like keeping the story going, falling in love, doing your dancing and your singing. And yeah, I mean, I've had a great amount, like diversified theater as well with Trudy Moffat and Peter Aylin. I worked with them doing some pantomimes as well. So I've been very fortunate getting to do like what I love to do, like just kind of goofing off and having some fun. But yeah.
I think some inside joke was written. I don't understand it personally, but
Showstopper Secret Agent Man. Heck yes, do it. I will never forget. No, that. Come on. Ba-na-ba-da-da-da-da. He knows what I'm talking about.
I'm just enjoying it. I'm like, what is happening? A little shoulder roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Carol. Yeah, Men in Tights, 100%. Yeah, nothing better. I remember in Sheridan College, we were doing Amadeus for one of our shows, one of our year-end shows, and we had to wear tights for that show. And before the shows, we would be like, all right, guys, tights check. Come on, let's go do a tights check. And we would go and we would march on stage. We would just start like stretching and bending and stuff. And we would have the sound engineer put on some like great tunes where we could do our tights check.
It's essential.
It is essential.
Tights check. Ah,
Set
you've
of
heard of the mic check, but did you know there is a tights check?
Exactly.
That's so fun. I mean, it makes sense. It's just such a fun visual. I wish someone would have filmed that. There are things that need to be filmed and put out there.
Yeah, missed opportunity. I think that was right around the time we were just kind of getting into like the Instagram stuff and figuring that stuff out. So we weren't really on our game then, you know.
I'm disappointed, okay? That
Oh.
it's good. Slap on the wrist. Nice. Okay. I didn't know what that was because it was the
So
light. I'm like,
white?
is that his hand? I know. I'm like, what is that?
I need sun. I need some vitamin D really bad.
You should sit by this window. Sun will randomly appear.
I like that.
There you go. You get attacked. You absorb all the. In my head, this is what happens when I go outside and there's sun. I absorb it all. And I get my daily quota, and then it sticks. I'm like a plant, you know. It's like, and then all this stuff happens. That's how I picture it. It's definitely not how it works. Wear sunscreen, but
Totally.
that's just. I like to think that could happen. But.
Wouldn't it be great if we could photosynthesize? Like, wouldn't it be great if we could just convert the sun's rays into sugar in our body and then just be like, cool, I'm good to go for the day?
You save so much on food, but then also I
Totally.
think I'd still eat the good food because I love me some junk food, you know?
100%, 100%. It's like the question of, would you rather be on a liquid diet for the rest of your life so you could just like chug things back and go, like your day is just like go, go, go? Or do you want to like still have to eat like
That's a
real
good
food?
question. What is your
Yeah.
thought?
I mean, I feel like I would still want to do the real food stuff because I also enjoy eating. I like the
I think I need
flavors, I
like
like the
a half half.
textures.
Like I
Ye-
need to, because sometimes when you're on the go, it's like sometimes I just need it on the go. But then I want to be able to sit down. Exactly, the flavors, the textures. I like to pretend I'm a chef, you know, put the food channel on and be like, look at me. I don't have any of those ingredients, but
I'm
haha,
doing it. Yeah, exactly,
I'm
exactly.
using my hands and giving myself 10 minutes or whatever the time frame is to cook it. Done.
Totally,
It's
totally.
undercooked, but I will eat it. Should
And
probably
it's
extend it.
and it'll be delicious no matter what. Like even if it is really mushy, it still has that flavor.
It has the love. It has
That's what it
the
is.
homemade care. Yeah.
That's what it is. Um, I will never forget eating. Did you ever have canned zucchini?
No, I didn't know that was a thing, and I not
Yeah,
hide my disgust very well.
yeah. No, it is a thing, and it used to be in like tomato sauce. And I
Oh,
remember like,
yes. Okay, I can see that.
and it would squeak in your teeth when you would eat it.
Yes.
The worst. I
The
hated
squeak.
that.
It's so weird. Yes. That I have not had that feeling in so long. That's exactly what it was. A
Yeah,
squeakiness in your mouth. Oh, that's
too
a
fun.
weird mouth feel. That's
100%,
I
100%.
mean, as a kid I probably loved it, but that's oh, I have not. I want to have a squeaky zucchini feel today. I
Yeah,
think I have a zucchini in the fridge. I'm gonna make it.
nice, nice.
Gonna make
Well,
it
just
extra squeaky for you. Okay.
make sure you cook it to death. Like, just keep
Mm,
on. Like, if you think it's done, just keep on going until like that. The middle part, the turns to just kind of water,
yeah,
and then you're good to get that squeak feel.
good. That's optimal squeak level. That's
There you go. There you
then I
go.
record the sound and use it as a sound bite in the future. That's
Perfect.
always thinking, always creating.
Oh
There was a
yeah.
lot of love and hearts for the zucchini comments. I think we're touching on something. This
People
is
know
this is
Zooks.
cooking with Al.
Ooh, do not come cooking with me. No, I can hold my own. I can hold my own. I can do stuff. You got to learn when you're living and stuff. It's important. So check out YouTube, check out some classes, do some stuff for yourself. It's important. This is for your health, people. For your health.
Or just have the confidence. Just buy some stuff, confidently chop things up, see what happens. That's how I liked it. Usually it does not work out. But if I think if you have that like, all right, fake roll up my sleeves because I only wear t-shirts and use a knife that isn't appropriate, but it's getting the gist of it. Nothing is uniform. Throw it on a pan, make some chef noises, turn it around, and meal. That is cooking with Robyn.
Yes,
My husband
100%.
does most of the cooking.
Well, I gotta say, I noticed you were doing the bounce too. That is like the chef bounce
You
as you're
need the
getting
right.
going. A
You need
hundred
the
percent.
good flip. I have yet to master. Things fall on the ground. I'm like, well,
Ooh,
I gotta stop.
me
Or
too. Me
I
too.
blame the pan, but I also think the bad chef blames the pan, kind of like the bad singer in the orchestra type thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe, but I feel like
Ooh, is
there's.
it bad singer or bad dancer in the orchestra, or is it just any performer in the orchestra blaming the orchestra?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Ooh,
if
never
if
thought
you
of that.
if you're putting blame on somebody else, there's something inside yourself that you need to reanalyze.
Yeah,
I think.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, what do I
But
do when I
yeah.
blame Instagram Live? I mean, am I a bad podcaster blaming the media? Ooh,
No, no, no. I don't
okay.
think so. I don't think so. I think we should hold the authority figures to a higher degree, you know? I
Okay.
mean, we should definitely make sure that they hear us being the people, right? And they should understand our opinions and all of that stuff.
We have concerns. Okay, I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Exactly,
We have
exactly.
demands. I'm still going to use this forum, but I have demands that will not. Nothing has changed since I started this in January, but I still put it out there.
Do it. Do it. Keep on fighting.
Fight the
We'll
good
get
fight.
there.
We'll
We'll
get
get
there.
there one day. We'll get there one day. Yeah. I am gonna grab my charger. 1 second, okay? I will be.
Oh yeah,
I'm just gonna be tooting around here.
it'll
So
be that.
you guys are gonna get to see my My beautiful chest and neck.
Well, I mean, at least you wore a high cut top. You knew that you didn't want to show any cleave. It's very classy of you.
Yeah, you know what? It's a dangerous thing. Oh my gosh, all these things.
It's okay. Carol, yes, I should try a wok for my cooking. I should. I have no comment for why. Maybe I'm just cheap. I like to make things work in my house.
Woks are great.
They probably are. I've heard good things. I'm just like, that's just another thing I have to clean. How many? But I don't actually clean it.
I am the same way, Robyn. Like, if I can just hold off from having to use one more pan, I will use that same pan again. Even forks, whatever.
I legitimately call it a skillet. It's not. But to justify never washing it, I'm like, no, all the flavors will work together. And surprisingly, they don't. Where you're like, oh, yes, cinnamon didn't pair with the pasta. Who would have thought? I was creating something, people.
Exactly.
Disgusting.
A nice bit of sugar. Come on. Sweetness makes the medicine go down.
Classic Mary Poppins.
You would be a great Mary Poppins.
Oh, well, thank you. They would disagree, and I was Mrs. Banks. But yes, I still think
you are a great Mrs. Banks, too.
And no, that's I've accepted playing the mom. There is something to that mom role where I'm like, oh my God, she was an abused wife. Let's talk about this. This is not healthy. But also she was a terrible mother. Like her kids just ran away and then Mary Poppins drugged them. There's a lot going on that I like to dissect. It's messy.
I mean, votes for women, though. Come on. Votes for women.
Not really in the musical, though. That was in the movie. I don't really, she doesn't really say that. She's honestly the saddest character. She tries to throw a dinner party. No one comes. It's so sad. It's like this downer role where you're like, oh, I guess no one came to my party. Oh, so sad. I mean, not like that. Don't sound like an old woman when you're doing that, but yeah. Okay.
I mean, either way, that's crazy that they left out the whole.
I know. It is what it is, but that's such an iconic. There's so many iconic musicals, and it's interesting. Have you ever seen the musical version, like on stage, of Mary Poppins?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't seen it in like full, like anything.
Oh no, I just
uploaded
asked
to
because
YouTube.
Honestly, there is certain parts of it that I find they added the evil nanny that comes in when Mary Poppins leaves, and that character is awesome. They come in and just I was the nanny for Mr. Banks, and now I'm going to take it out on George and Michael and ha ha ha, Brimstone and Treacle, and it's just such a fun scene. Oh my God, haven't thought of that character in a while. I mean,
oh, well, for sure. I mean, there's so many good characters, and I'm really happy to see like more characters for women, like more women roles coming out more and more, which is really, we're like getting to a point of
where honestly, Al, I'm going to be competing with you. I'm going to be Aladdin. I'm going to be Robin Hood.
Good. Let's
Woman
get to that
in
point.
tights. Can I tell you, woman in tights is hilarious. No woman wants to be in tights. When I have to put tights on for something, it is not okay, in my opinion.
I'm going to tell you, I don't want to be in tights either.
It's the worst.
I would love to wear a dress, in all honesty, just have like everything flowing and feeling free, because it's beautiful, and dresses are gorgeous. But yeah, I mean, I feel like
What's your favorite kind of dress, if you had to choose?
I really like the one where it kind of like dips down, like the V, and you can have like the shoulder kind of like jutting out just a little bit, but like bare arm, and like nice cinched at the waist. Am I saying that right? Cinched at the waist?
You need a cinched waist, yes.
Yeah. And then it just kind of like drops down to the floor.
I love the accent shoulder, cinch waist, drop down. Classic deep V A-line, whatever.
Thank you.
I can see, and it's like rocking. How high? What would the heels be?
Oh, I haven't really thought about heels, but I should show off my calves, shouldn't I?
You have to plan the accessories. Yes, this is why we're having this discussion.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think finally we're getting to that point where, yeah, let's get to that point where we don't see genders, we don't see any of that stuff anymore, because it's not serving anything here when we categorize people and put them in different slots. It doesn't give us that actual equality. And I know we're like still a ways off from this sort of life, but like, yeah, let's get there as soon as possible. I feel like we're on our way, but there's still a lot of discussion to be had. But yeah. And yes, please,
Absolutely.
I would love to get a dress.
That's awesome. Reach out to Al, connect. You never know who's watching these things.
I'll
Let's
give
get
you
them
my
in your.
sizes.
They're all on Actors Access. They're all on
Yeah.
Actors. Yeah.
Look me up.
I was thinking when you're talking about changing genders, I haven't seen it, but did they not do a gender swap for Company? Where
Yes.
it wasn't Bobby. I don't remember what the name was, but I just love that idea
I think it
so
was
much.
I think it was still
It was still
Bobby.
Bobby? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
because
okay.
Roberta, right? And Bobby,
Classic.
and I had an agent. Her name was Bobby, and she was great.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is so good. I love that show. I got to do Company at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival through the school actually that I went to in Scotland, and we spent a month there doing that show and hanging out, and I had an absolute blast. I think that show is something super good and something that I feel like you could do online pretty easily
Putting
too.
it out there.
Come on, somebody do it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Who were you in Company?
I was, oh my gosh, I can't even remember his
Were you
name.
Jenny? That's what
No,
happened.
I was Peter.
Oh, which one is Peter? I remember Harry because he did that fun scene. And I remember Larry. I played Joanne. I love playing a 60-year-old when I'm in my 20s. It's great. Like
Yes.
I have that old person bitterness. But I remember the fighting scene with Harry. I know my husband's name is Larry. Was Peter the one that was supposed to be gay in some of them? Or
Yeah,
questioning his
he
sexuality? Okay. Sometimes
to
they don't put that scene in. And that's
really?
always it. Yeah. Sometimes they don't put it in. I know. That might have been for I guess I want to say the younger generation, but why would anyone in the younger generation be doing Company?
Well, it may have been like, yeah, it may have been the older generation telling the younger generation, you
Oh,
shouldn't see that.
interesting. Yes,
Right.
but I think every time I've seen it going forward, it's always had those scenes. But that was, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the music in that show. The story, honestly, Bobby's kind of an asshole. I'm putting it out like he just comes in, starts stuff. I'm like, what are you doing, Bobby? It's not,
Yeah. I mean, he's figuring it out, or she. They are
yeah,
figuring it out.
yeah, it's true.
Um, and I mean, that's the crazy thing about this life journey, and what Company really like taps into as well is you only like kind of know the information you know at the time that you know it. So Bobby didn't know that they wanted to be married at any sort of given time, and maybe Bobby never wants to be married, and that's totally cool too. But yeah, I mean, it is like that crazy like sort of look at all of these different lifestyles and all of these different relationship styles that are possible in this life, and to have it like created so far back, and absolutely Stephen Sondheim's music is just like blows
I
me away.
had side by side in my head for so long. It came during the pandemic, it came back to me. I'm like, what's happening? Get out of my
Yes.
head. But
Yeah.
it's so good. It's so fun and absurd. I love that number so much. It's
Yeah.
nuts.
It's so much
Oh,
fun. But yeah, I mean, when we did it, we had like those bowler hats on and stuff like that, and doing like all that kind of like
the game.
hilarious. Yeah, with the cane and
Throwing a little
things.
tap. Yeah, the game.
100%, 100%.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so much fun, so much joy. I
And he
want, I
was
want to go
turning
back.
I know. Wait, they were turning 35, right? That was the 35th birthday or was it 30?
I can't remember.
In my head I want to say 35 because I'm like I'm not 35 yet, but if I reach that, I'm gonna figure out how to get that going. So
Yes.
that's a life goal
Yeah. Oh
that I
my
have.
gosh.
Yeah.
To
So
play
interesting.
Bobby.
I don't know. I think just do it again before I'm 35. That's
Yeah. Nice.
just anything, because it's so, again, the script is so, I find the music so much better than the script in that case. But it's just, it was such a, you always leave that show and you feel oddly uplifted, even though not all the numbers are the most uplifting. And you're like, huh, this is fun. I want to see it again. I want to do it again. I want to be part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the cool thing about it too is, I mean, every time you watch something, you'll take something else out of it, right? You'll see something that maybe you missed, a little Easter egg that the director hid somewhere that you get to like, oh my gosh, look at that. That is definitely foreshadowing to this later. So yeah, I completely agree. And that show just, there's so much to it. Like Barcelona, where you going? Barcelona. Oh, it's like the comedy in there is too good. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't spoken about this musical in so long. This was fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. For me too. For me too. What are you up to these days, Robyn? What's going on with you? I want to hear some from you.
Oh, see, and I do these because I don't like to talk about myself. So I just chat with other people, and I'm like, oh God, when my guest calls me out. I mean, I'm doing this podcast. I've been a little
Heck
obsessed with
yeah.
Clubhouse. So that's an audio only app where I do some networking and meet awesome people. And
Cool.
I guess I got to get back to creating. I find I have all these amazing ideas that I generate. I just have yet to put it to film. So those are a lot of those. I don't know about you, but I just have all these projects in my head. I'm currently working on one and I'm going to stick with it. I'm very excited. And I say I'm going to stick with it. I just started working on it. So we'll see. I see it through because I have thoughts on it and I might reach out to you. We'll see. I
Yeah,
just want
yeah,
to
sure.
include as many musical people as I know because I think it could be fun. I will share it with you. It is the telephone hour, but it's the telephone minute, modern day telephone hour. And so I've been trying to figure out how to edit it. And once I figured that out and how I can get it in a film format, then I will reach out to people and get the audio and get the clips. So it's just honestly, I was making fun. I was connecting with so many of my Bye Bye Birdie people because I've done the show 4 times. And it's such a weird musical to do nowadays. The
Yeah.
concept of the chord phone. And I mean, it's just so different now, in my opinion, if you were to do something like that. So I have to figure out how to do it. And it, like, for me, I know what their comedy or the beats are, but I have to figure out how to get people to record it so it's not too much of a burden for them.
I love
So,
it.
yeah,
I
I
love that
will.
idea.
You have just been cast. So I don't know if what it happened. This is a live casting on Instagram Live. That's what happened.
I am so flattered. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely.
I hope you can do a musical. I don't know. I don't know if you have the talent. I should make you audition. So
Yes, please, please, please do. I would love to come into an audition Zoom
we'll do
room
a whole
and
Zoom audition session, and even though everyone's gonna get the role that I read.
I
All
think
right,
that's a great
impress
idea.
me. Every Bye Bye Birdie song, go. If you don't know the words, you're out. That'd be so fun.
Bye, bye, birdie.
Off key. Lovely. Okay. This sold it for me.
Nice, thank you, thank you.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think anyone that I shoot in the head at least once in a short film should be in another short film with me. Maybe I don't kill him this time. So, yeah.
Hey, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
But are you more of, where do you, like actor, singer, dancer wise, do you feel that you're stronger in one area versus another?
Yeah, I think you just like nailed it, kind of actor, singer, dancer. That's kind of where I feel like I sit. I mean, I enjoy all of the disciplines, right? I mean, there's so much importance to all of them. I mean, if you're going to be a good actor, you're going to have to understand your body a little bit more because, I mean, when you're acting, your body's involved. And if you're going to be a good actor, then having some singing chops is also going to help you because being able to hear the music and the beats and everything and timing and all that stuff, and especially if you're talking about like accent work and dialect stuff, having a musical ear, you can hear those little musical lilts and different things that different accents might bring out. So I'd say, yeah, like having just at least a base foundation in all of those kind of areas provides a whole lot of knowledge that kind of keeps on exponentially growing as you continue on your journey, learning all of this stuff. And again, like we said before, it's all time in. It's all just like putting that effort forward and getting those things moving. And yeah, just getting them moving is the big thing. Like, I love this idea that you have, the 1 minute phone call kind of thing, like the phone call minute.
I hope it works out. I really do. It might
Well,
be a little longer than a minute because there's certain parts that are honest. Do you know the musical Bye Bye Birdie? Not being condescending, just asking.
no, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in so long.
There is this one character in the song that I want to parody, and his name is Harvey Johnson, and he legitimately keeps calling to ask women out on a date. And the bizarre thing is, if it was done nowadays, first off, why are they calling? No one would. They'd be, what is happening? But
Yeah.
who would answer? It's just so, to me, there's so much people of the new generation would not understand in terms of communication, right? No one sits by the phone waiting for a phone call. You're just, okay, I can message, I can text,
Yeah.
I don't know, telepathically send a message. We're very powerful nowadays.
You're right. You're right. It is instantaneous. We are a society of convenience right now, right? You're absolutely right. Like, if I want to connect with someone, I can just send them a quick text. If I want to like order some really amazing Thai fusion food, I can with just the click of a button. Yeah, it is like so easy to do these things these days. And I think that's the cool thing about it, is that there aren't really there are no gatekeepers anymore. So if you have an idea that you want to do and you want to pursue it, then it does just come down to the execution of doing it, and getting as many people involved in it that are like-minded and are excited about the project is super important too, because doing it on your own can be a bit of a slog. But you know, just having people there to be like, this is a really cool idea. I had a friend who was like, I'm going to send you a script and I want you to read it and tell me how good it is. And I was like, yeah, of course people want to do that. Like,
Yeah, of course
and
people what?
everything is so
Okay.
subjective. So
Oh no!
if
You're freezing.
yeah.
You're
Oh,
freezing.
did I lose you?
I think you're back. We're doing well.
Oh no. Okay, cool.
We're good. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, just like pumping it out there and
You're
executing.
saying everything was subjective, and of course people want feedback, and then Instagram.
And then I poofed. So yeah, it's also subjective. So why not, if you can, boost somebody to make them feel like, yes, I can keep on pursuing this. I can keep doing this. So then they keep on trying, so that then they inevitably just keep on getting better. Especially if someone comes at you like showing a real interest in something, to come at them and obviously give them constructive criticism, like if they have spelling mistakes and things like that. And if some things just don't kind of line up, absolutely do that stuff. But to just completely like shut down someone's ideas, let's not go there. Let's not do that stuff. It is about supporting a community that we have grown and developed. And I mean, we're constantly growing and developing these communities all around us. You're going to find your tribe. You're going to find those people that really like latch on to your ideas and you latch on to theirs. So when you find those people, don't let them go, and keep on pursuing those magical moments. I mean, that's the stuff that I want to do. I want to like make movies with my friends, like people that I really care about. I want to make movies. I want to like do theater shows. I want to do all kinds of stuff with people that show me kindness and I can show kindness back.
I love that. It's so interesting too. It's reaching out to people that have that passion. But like you said, what I did a couple projects during the pandemic, and initially I just thought, you know what, I'll put myself as every single character because it's so much easier for me to edit. I know the shots I want, I know the angles, and hey, I had fun with that. It is what it is. But there's something when I reached out to other people and they sent me back something that I wasn't expecting. And then I just ended up rewriting things. And I think that collaborative nature is so helpful for any production that you're doing, because people bring so much to the table and they can make you see things a different way that you normally wouldn't have thought of. So I'm excited. Okay, you're cast. I'm going to put you in somewhere. I can't figure it out yet. You have played Aladdin, so maybe I'll make you Hugo. We'll see. I don't know
Ooh.
though. Although that being said, I did say that my husband might have to play it because I might again, but he can't really sing. So Mike, I'm recasting you. Just,
We'll talk casting
just
later. We'll
watching.
talk casting
Okay.
later.
I'll give you something. I'll give you something. You have a decent enough resume, and
Thank
I'm
you.
impressed with the vibe you're putting out here. So,
Thank
oh
you.
my gosh, this has been a casting session with Robyn, and this
Yep.
whole thing was a test. Is he nice enough to be in my short film?
Well, I feel very lucky. I feel very lucky that I
Oh
at
my
least
gosh.
got in the room with you here, Robyn.
Right?
This and
I know time is precious these days, but I decided, you know what? You had the lighting, you were prepared. I appreciate it. The sound quality's good, clean
oh,
backdrop.
wow.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you. I've been working really hard.
good. And you actually don't really have like your hair actually is, I don't know if you broke any laws, but your hair is pretty tame.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, have you used products?
I didn't use
Oh,
any.
have you hit it? Okay. I don't
Yeah, I mean, I maybe I should release the beast. Are
No, I
we?
was very impressed. I'm like, when did he get a hair? My husband has this hair now. It's very volume. Oh, the hair comes out. Oh man, this is emo. Oh, fancy. That's
Yeah,
not emo. That's just a suave. I
yeah.
honestly, I'm growing length. That's what I'm doing right now. I have to redo a slate shot and be like, hey, my hair is longer, but this is still my face.
Yes. Yeah. Man, sometimes, casting directors can be a little bit facist. just just
But
sometimes
it
the beard.
honestly, you say that, it's very true though. There was a whole I mean that your headshot is your calling card, right? They look at
Yeah.
all the and do they like your face? But an interesting discussion I had last night with some casting directors, it's there are people that they have the beard because they can always shave it. But if they want the beard, you can't necessarily grow it out for the next day. So
Totally.
that facial hair is something I never have to worry about, but it's such an interesting discussion among men. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
100%, 100%. Like my facial hair takes a long time to come in, and especially this gross looking thing right here, right on my upper lip. It takes a long time to come in, so I have to like really just be like, I'm just gonna come into the audition, but I am gonna have facial hair, so I can shave it if you want, but don't worry about it. Like, yeah. But I am enjoying the growth. It's been fun.
But you seem so much smarter with the pondering.
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't realize like how much I would be touching it and just kind of like petting my face. It was kind of like having like a little puppy dog right on your chin.
You go out and you walk. People are walking their pets. Yeah, guys, I'm just walking my dog too. Walking
Yeah,
my
exactly.
little facial hair.
Exactly. It starts barking at the other dogs too. That's when you know you have a problem.
That's
If
when
your
you gotta
beard starts.
tame it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
yeah. Go to puppy school.
I was just picturing you going into puppy school. Can you train my? That's a
The little
very
clicker,
interesting
click,
sketch.
click, 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 click.
Sit. Oh, absurd but awesome. Oh
Yeah.
my God, Al, you're hilarious.
Same
I
with
miss
you.
chatting with you. I miss.
Same.
It's so weird. I think the only other time I saw you was at this interesting audition where we had to eat food that was out there for the whole day. That's what I remember.
Yep.
But it was so fun catching up with you there because you were still the same person. But I haven't seen you in so long. And it's so interesting because I think I did reach out to you when I changed agencies. And I'm like, Al's here. This seems like a cool agency.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. Like it's wild like how many times people can like come into your life and affect you so much and then they're just kind of gone for so long, but then they come back into your life even if it is just for like a brief moment and you reconnect like instantaneously. And absolutely, like I feel that with you, Robyn, 100%. And like I feel very fortunate to have some friends like that too, where we can do our own thing and we can kind of move on and stuff. But yeah. Oh, Randy, I miss you, man. And absolutely, I'm in too. So much love, brother. Have a good one. Go eat your lunch.
Bye, Randy.
But yeah,
I
like,
love how when someone writes a comment, you just connect with everyone. You just put out so much love and warmth to every comment that's being said. I really have to commend you on that.
Thanks, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super used to this whole Instagram Live thing, but I do appreciate when I see like little comments and things from people because, I mean, well, that's what we are. We're beings of communication, and you know, this is what we're supposed to be doing. Is we're supposed to be around each other and learning from each other and experiencing each other. And so, anytime I get an opportunity to, I want to. I mean, it's been really hard these days because even like walking on the side of the road and on the street, you're just constantly avoiding people, right? And you're trying to like get around them and make sure you aren't in their personal space and all that stuff. And it has been like tough to not be able to be like, hey, beautiful day, isn't it? And just like keep on walking around. But yeah, I mean, we'll get back to that moment where we can all sit around a big old campfire and do some dancing, play some music. I'm looking forward to the day.
When you say campfire, I just think s'mores, but I like that we have different priorities. Like campfire, there has to be a s'more.
Yo, I'm going to throw this out there. I had an idea for a business with a couple buddies of mine, a s'mores cart where you can like a hot dog vendor, but instead you serve s'mores.
But okay, so here's the question. Follow up. Does the cart have its own fire?
Yes.
Okay, so it has its own little fire area where you freshly roast the marshmallow.
Yes.
Do they choose their own graham cracker chocolate? Like, is there a gluten-free graham cracker?
For sure.
Dairy-free chocolate? Oh, this is so millennial.
I'm thinking ginger snap, Oreo. Like you could get like tiny little elephant ears could be your cracker if you want.
Ooh,
and all the chocolates would be different, but the marshmallow is going to stay consistent.
Would it be the giant marshmallow though, or would it be kind of average size?
I think you go regular or wumbo. I think you go regular or wumbo for sure.
I love this idea. This is
Thanks.
I mean the problem is the fire danger component.
Well,
but it can be contained. It definitely can be contained. There's a lot of ways to contain it. Oh, you have one customer. Carol already.
Thank you, Carol. Cool. Okay, so now I feel like I've got my boost that I'll be able to start this business up then.
I'm excited. I can see this happening. A couple months, you're like, Robyn, check out my s'more stand. I mean, I'd support you from afar. I'd still be nervous to come that close to you, but I would. Oh, Shark Tank, yes.
Thank you, Stuart.
Can we pitch this on Shark Tank?
I mean,
I can see you on Shark Tank. I can see you wearing like this really fun little. I was gonna say pinstripe costume, but that was weird. It was you know those characters in those Disney movies where it's all like top hat, little cane, walking in. Welcome to your like an old-timey ice cream parlor vibe.
Yeah, that's great.
And then just great. Like, hello, this is what would you call it? Oh, what would you call it?
Oh, I haven't gotten that far yet, in all honesty.
I mean, I don't want to go like, do you want some more? But
that's classic. I mean, that is definitely on the table. Like, I'm leaving that on the table for sure because it's classic and people are going to recognize that. So, I don't know, though.
Oh, that's a tough one. Naming the business is key, though.
It is. It is.
I'm going to table that one. For
sure.
I'm going to like wake up tomorrow. That's the thing. Let's keep, again, everyone, send some ideas our way. And we'll totally take them. And
yeah, we've got a great think tank right here going on.
This is awesome. Ooh, marshmallow. Oh, I don't know.
The options are kind of nice. S'mores. Yeah. I mean, I could change my last name to Moores.
Add that to the telephone number. Yes. I'll just have you eating a s'more so you can do a little product placement for your company. Anyone that wants to promote something, you'll have a little poster by then. I'll probably reach out to you in a bit. And then, that could be so fun. Anyone that's doing a small business, I'll kind of incorporate their business in the background. Sensational S'more Shack. Ooh,
Carol,
I love the alliteration.
Yes, I am an alliteration fiend.
Yes, it's all about the, it's what's the Instagram handle? That's.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta get those Instagram people taking the cute pictures. Look at me ripping it apart. It's so marshmallowy, people.
Totally.
Thing.
Totally.
Look at it. It's so gooey. And then, oh, and then you'll have to partner with other desserts. Maybe you'll be next to, I don't think hot dogs, actually, maybe hot dogs do pair with a s'more.
Well, and you know, I feel like maybe people, I could go to like maybe even like Yorkville, like outside those fancy restaurants.
I see you in Yorkville. Yes.
And like as soon as they come out after their big meal, they're like, "Oh, I'm very full. Oh, but what's that over there? It smells like some roasted marshmallows." And they'll be like all for it.
It's a good smell. Yes.
It is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that Christmas song, isn't it?
Even while they're waiting because again, there'll be that social distance line, and while they're waiting, it's a nice light snack before their meal. So you're just, oh, hey, Al, the s'mores man.
Exactly. Get yourself an appetizer.
Yeah, okay. Top of the s'more. That was weird.
No, I liked it. Top of the s'more to you, sir. Ooh, that could be the name. Top of the s'more.
And it's kind of Shakespeare-y too, just dressed up as a character. Top of the s'more to you, sire. Okay.
Just ringing a bell. Get your s'mores.
Oh my God, hire some non-union actor to be the town crier. What won't we do? Am I right? That's
100%.
Are you part of the union now?
I have not jumped on the ACTRA board. I am on equity, but I haven't done the ACTRA thing yet. I'm still kind of like getting some stuff for my reel, and I want to just keep on pushing in that area right now before I take the big old leap into getting the ACTRA stuff going.
We're going to do some promotional videos. We're going to, it's going to be good.
Ooh, very cool, very cool.
I'm so excited for this idea.
I'm excited for your idea.
Now you're adding to another idea. I'll be like, I have thoughts. I have thoughts on your business.
Listen, this is the important stuff though. Again, connection and community. Let's build stuff together. When we build stuff together, it goes like gangbusters. It gets crazy. And you know, what humanity can do when we're all working for one big goal, we can do crazy things. I
already see you franchising this business.
Oh yeah. There's going to be t-shirts, hats.
This is, again, like outdoor weddings. People want the s'mores, right? And the things that they have at weddings, the fire isn't affected. If you can master the safe fire, you're golden. And all cart style, ooh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you got to, oh, you should get a fire blanket just in case the fire goes crazy. I'm really into those now. Yeah.
Fire extinguisher for sure, and fire blanket. Yeah, all that
all the fire stuff.
Who knows what could happen. Yeah.
Oh, this is great. Look at this. This is a fun random conversation, Al.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly, like I love that we're just kind of like going off on all these different tangents because this is just like, I haven't seen you in a while and I want to connect with you again, you know? Yeah.
I always want to bring people back, and I'm like, I didn't expect this to resonate with so many people. So I'm always so grateful when people want to be part of it. And then I realize, oh, the time that we talk it's never enough, but I also have to respect that people have a day. I can't stop talking to everyone. And every time I try and stop talking, I'm like, no, but I have another thought. Let's share. But yes, we will absolutely be in touch for future ideas. I'm hoping to do a follow-up when you have your s'mores idea, and I've already shared my telephone minute ideas, so it'll be great.
Yeah, let's make it like the 100th or 200th episode or something like that.
And I'm almost at 50, so yeah, I can see that happening. Okay.
Yeah, nice. It's a deal.
This is great. Al, is there any? I was gonna ask you. Can I ask you one last question?
Yes, hit me with it.
Okay, I love asking people this, and if it's too much on the spot, that's cool. But like, what is in the future? Not pandemic aside, what is your dream role? What is that kind of vision that you have for yourself?
Oh gosh.
I never have an answer, but I love hearing other people's thoughts. Because I'm like, I want to do everything and anything and everything, because I love it all. But is there this one that you're like, oh, if I got this role?
I mean, I feel the same way. Anything and everything feeds my soul. Like I did like a very small shoot a while ago, and I came home and my roommate was like, "You're glowing. You're absolutely glowing right now. Like you look younger." And I was like, yeah, anything that I can get my hands on, I love.
That's the routine.
Doing the work. Yeah. But I think for me, because I'm like, I'm just like a big nerd, but if I could do anything that's kind of like hero related, like even if it's like set in like a fantasy world where I get to like pull out a big old sword or shoot someone with a bow and arrow or like do any sort of like crazy Spider-Man acrobatics, whatever it might be. I love those. I love those characters. I love those situations that they kind of get put in. So
Would you do Spider-Man the musical? Okay, maybe not. Cause like, okay, so I know someone that was in it, and he did a whole one-man show, and he is just such a nice guy. When I was watching, I mean, I feel like every Canadian knows Jake Epstein, but
yeah,
he was Spider-Man, and he was
yep.
doing it. He's talked about it in his one-man show, and he said the number of injuries that he incurred was a little nuts. And so, from a physical standpoint, I can see that being a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like, but you're also a superhero and it's a musical. So I don't know.
I mean,
that's why I threw it out there. But
I mean, I absolutely would. The only thing that is holding me back is the physical toll on my body.
Maybe you don't want to die. That's
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I love all those shows. I love just the idea of a person being super and having all of these superpowers and what they can do with that, and the struggle that goes along with having, you know, great power comes great responsibility.
Al, I'm already picturing you're gonna become your own superhero. We're gonna make the s'mores cart some kind of superhero theme. We'll figure it out. You're gonna wear that kind of, because okay, so there is a random Spider-Man that goes around Toronto. That's just like that's a thing.
S'mores man.
So there needs to be a superhero, the S'mores Man. We'll film it. We'll put you out there.
This is going to be super easy. All I need to do is get the Michelin Man suit and put like big graham crackers and chocolate bars all over me, and I think we'll be good. What is my superpower, though? Do I just make people really sticky?
That's really disturbing in a way. That's so weird. Okay, maybe I have to rethink that one. Maybe not that.
No. I like this mascot, though. I like this mascot idea.
Oh, I do agree. Michelin Man kind of mascot. But is that a superhero? Maybe you save them from the stickiness. You're the water hose or downer after you have marshmallow on your head. You're a better version of Aquaman. You're like,
cool.
Oh my God, you're the COVID rescuer. And you just, everyone wash your hands. Here's some sanitizer. You get some sanitizer. Everybody gets some. It's like Oprah, but with sanitizer.
And they can call me CR if I'm like COVID rescuer. CR, help us. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Okay, but do you fly? You're like, or do you, what do you do? How do you travel?
No, I think I'm just a regular dude who just has a whole lot of hand sanitizer. You know, like a utility belt, just like filled.
You slide, you literally, you know how there's that Mr. Freeze or whatever Freeze character? You literally you squirt the sanitizer and then you slide to the next person and go,
oh,
you.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, yeah. You do got those ideas. You do got those ideas in there, Robyn. This should be a comic book, I think.
There is something to it. If there's any graphic designers that like to connect, and then we'll create your business and a superhero. It'll be great. You know?
Solid stuff.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
And yet I oddly love this idea. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out the costume. Oh my God, the costume is obviously the dress that we spoke about prior to.
Bam! Yes, yeah. Please. That cinched waist could have all of those hand sanitizers all over it. I mean,
everywhere. You hide it in the sleeves. You hide it in the little whatever.
And a matching mask.
Classy.
Of course.
Yeah, little like side pockets on the mask.
Totally. Oh my gosh. Yes. With breath mints.
A lot. Of course. Does anyone use breath mints now? No one's talking to each other. No one's getting close enough.
I guess that's true. But however, I have really had an issue with like breathing and then smelling my own breath under the mask.
Yeah, it's really for yourself. That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, see you, Stuart. Thanks, man. Oh, I did watch Onwards last night as well. It's a great flick. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I was just picturing the Bedazzler that he suggested. That would be really funny. you're sanitizing and styling people. There's so much to this character.
Yeah, 100%. I think that could be a hit like TV show on like HGTV or TLC or something like that, like a reality kind of
I'd
thing.
watch it.
Great.
I watch anything, but I would definitely watch that. But yeah. Oh my goodness. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna end it. Thank you
Cool.
so much for chatting with me, for taking all this time. I really appreciate it. I love reconnecting.
Same.
And yes, I will reach out for future projects because I've missed your energy, this positive energy and your outlook on life and all this warmth that you project through this medium. So thank you, and yeah, great seeing you again.
Thank you, Robyn. Yeah, well, same to you. Same to you. I will be reaching out to you more and more. I have some ideas as well. So absolutely, let's keep on connecting. Let's keep on having fun. And thank you, everybody who joined us today. Carol, you have a great day. Yes. This has been a lot of fun. Really appreciate it, Robyn.
Yep. Awkward goodbye. Okay, hang on. All right, bye.
See ya.